super possible. Hi. I have no idea how this is. I have no idea if I'm even audible. It's fine. Okay. I've created like a tiny stream setup with my two phones. Hey Lindley, thank you for the biddies. I don't know, man. It's gone down 3 times this week. 3 fucking times. Thank you. I don't know if it's the heat or what. They haven't provided any sort of explanation. Just, there's an outage in your area. Tonight, they originally had put a 2-hour ETA on it being fixed, and then they updated that to ASAP, which is always a bad sign, I feel. Just a rough week for internet. Ibha, thank you for 66 months. Well, so Good had said in the Bananas Discord that he hit his head pretty bad. And he was like throwing up and stuff. And then he said he was going to go rest. And that if he didn't show up, he was still not feeling well. The obvious was pointed out. Like, hey, maybe don't actually do that. And maybe go get checked out. Well, so he said, partly he said that he had hit his head. But also he said that he thought maybe he overheated himself. And it was pointed out to him that, well, maybe you have a concussion, though. And he said, I considered that. Just hope for the best, I would say. Let's not immediately dive to panicking. But, I mean, yes. I think the concerns are understood and valid. But nothing we can do about it at this point. So, just hope for the best. Yeah, it was sort of like a perfect storm of, like, I went to go say that my internet was out and it doesn't look like it's going to be up in time for the stream. And then I saw Good's message. So I was like, great. We're both down for the count. Yeah, we are Abe. Combined. Together we form Abe. How's the quality on all this? I didn't test this at all. I just basically opened up the Twitch app and was like, all right, gotta check in. Let's go. It's good. That's good. So I think since the last time I streamed from a phone, I've changed providers. So I've never even tried it on this provider. I had no idea whether it was going to be okay or not. Yeah, I think Zoom's going to probably distort your perception a little. That new POV. I hate when we have to meet with somebody that uses Zoom. I Zoom is it's gross. My company uses Google Meet, which Google Meet is just sort of easy and I don't know, just works. It contains itself to a single screen, which is nice. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Zoom. It wants to open up like a bunch of windows. It has like this fucking focus window that you can't get rid of. I hate it. But worse than that, I would say, is probably Microsoft Teams. Optional Optimist. Thank you for 70 months. Hey, Getaway. Good to see you. Man, it's been 10 years. No, 13 years. What am I thinking? 13 years. Beer, thank you for that gift sub. Were you like a little kid viewer? I feel like there were so many of my audience that have been like, oh yeah, when I started watching your videos, I had just been born and now I'm graduating from college, and then I'm just like, awesome. I'm gonna go pick out a funeral plot now. Oh, thank God you're older than me. Yes, a rare W. That's awesome though. Yo, heck yeah, dude. I love old computers. I'm a big fan. I love retro stuff in general. I'm surrounded by it at all times. I don't have a Commodore 64. I need to get one of those in the collection. I have like a drive. I think I have a floppy drive for a Commodore 64, and that's it. But I have some other old computers around. I've got an Apple IIe. I have a Tandy Coco 2, I think, Color Computer 2, which is somewhere. Oh my God, Timot. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. I mean, that would be an instant yes, of course. Yo, Getaway, thank you for the gift subs. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've never even played around on a Commodore. A friend of mine was big into Commodore. He had multiple Commodore 64s and what else? He had an Amiga. That's an envious machine. I feel like those are super rare now to get your hands on like a good working Amiga. There was something really weird about the one that he has where it had like I'm not sure how to explain it. You could like, it was like a transformer. I don't know if any of you have Amiga experience, but it had like a different board you could switch to. I don't know why you would want to do that exactly, but you could like switch it to a different board and it would do different stuff. But I don't have a ton of familiarity with Amiga, so I don't really know what I'm even talking about. This is a very long chat pause, and therefore I do not know whether I am still live. What's happening? The puppers are good. God, I'm trying to use my other phone as chat, but it will not. It's just decided it won't scroll now with chat. And then the Twitch chat that's on my other phone is like so small and overlaid that I can't read it. This is not working out the way I hoped. Do I have an easy way to get to my... Yeah, there we go. It also like won't keep the phone awake. I feel like I missed an alert, and I'm sorry. Everybody's been talking about Baldur's Gate 3 today. It was you? I thought I saw someone else, but whatever. I don't even know what it was, Walker. Oh, Ironus had 57 months. Thank you, Ironus. Icon Driver, thank you for 9 months. The puppers are doing good. Everybody's doing well. Nakomi did up her office this week, which is cool. She got herself a... I said I don't know what... Walker, you gotta tell me. What was it? Was it a resub, a sub, or what? What am I supposed to thank you for? Thanks for being here, Walker. But yeah, Nakomi's office was a shit show for a while. And she unshit showed it. Well, basically right now I don't have any sort of log of events, so, and my chat broke, so I was fixing it, so I missed it. Oh, so you don't even know? Cypher, thank you. Cypher, thank you for Walker's 47 months. Ridiculous. You got to cut me some slack, man. I don't have any of my usual stuff. I don't have my alerts backlog, nothing. Timid, thank you for 102 months 3 days ago. Uh 102 months and 3 days. No, the dogs are with Nakomi right now. But what I was going to say was, Nakomi got a new chair for her office and a new desk. and she's been basically trying to be like out of the bed more, trying to kind of become more mobile again. So that's been a problem for a while. Her chair is cool. It's got a massage feature. But she's had Bun in there with her, who's just a cuddle bug. So she just sits in Nakomi's lap while Nakomi plays Slay the Spire. I don't know, some streams just turn into a chat session anyway, regardless. Yeah, I'm afraid so, Cece. How'd you guess? Also, yes, that is a funny clarification. I didn't put that together until now. Heck yeah. It was nice to see you, Getaway. Feel free to pop in anytime. I'm here every day. By hook or by crook. Oh wow, so it's like, maybe it's like a really network-wide issue then. Are those raid partners in Ohio? You know, to the Spectrum thing, I was gonna say like probably, but I don't wanna self-diagnose. I'm sure I have a litany of issues that just I haven't paid the money to identify. I don't know. It feels like I don't really have a good way of putting it, other than what I like popped into my head, which doesn't seem right. I was gonna say it feels like stolen valor somehow. I don't think that's the right way to say it, but that's what came to mind first. It's certainly a thing to say. I'm a criminal. Burgled it all up. I gotta like touch my phone to make sure it stays awake, because I don't want to go through the chat hell that I went through moments ago. Oh yeah. Yeah, it went out earlier today, and right when I had a meeting. Fortunately, it was a meeting that could be rescheduled. It went out once earlier this week, and then it's out right now. So I don't know what's going on. It's been fine for months and months. I mean, not good, never good, but that's because I just gave up. I gave up trying. I gave up complaining. Nakomi cut my hair this past weekend. But the way you the way you said that, Sep, is like you're suspicious. Okay, thank you. I posted a picture of myself on Blue Sky like yesterday or the day before that nobody liked, and that's a real slap in the face. I'm not sure my haircut's very good. It's fine. It's just this. It's what you're seeing now, except for not moving. So you're not missing much. To be honest, like this is normal for me anyway. I'm such a bad poster that like people didn't give a shit what I was doing on Twitter, so it's not a surprise people don't give a shit what I'm doing on Blue Sky either. It's just par for the course. I don't think anybody's implemented the thing that iPhones do. And to be real, I kind of wish that iPhones would unimplement it. When I take a picture, I want a picture. I don't want 5 frames of a shitty GIF. Who asked for that? I didn't ask for that shit. Which one's the photo I took? Why do I have to find it? Why is it a treasure hunt every time I take a fucking photo? I later figured out that there is just a photo setting, so you can just take a goddamn picture. Is it back? It is back. I'm not shifting gears, but thank you, thank you for telling me that the internet's back. I did not notice. Cool, cool. You're having a good cuddle time. Did you happen to feed them, or am I going to be feeding them when I come to bed? It's Jazz. Thank you for 83 months. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Nice. Jesus Lord. Rasp, thank you for 77 months, and I think 77 characters. It's the entire periodic table. All right. Are there 77 elements? It does look like a hash. I thought we were all being hacked. Oh, approximately 120. Well, then why is it table time? What the heck? Do any of you know? Do any of you know where I can find jewel case covers that have a lenticular feature? I'm gonna assume that the answer is no. I found a company that they make. They're like, I guess their whole deal is marketing like lenticular prints for bands for their album covers, but they don't sell cases. And I'm just like, well, then what? Like, what's the point of the covers if you don't? Who's making the cases? So, lenticular is a sort of like, how do I explain it? It's not a holographic effect, but it makes you think that it is. Yeah. So if you print something, you take two pictures and you print, like, every other line is picture one, picture two, picture one, picture two, picture one, picture two, picture one, picture two, etc. And then you put something over that is also line one, line two, line one, line two, line one, line two. When you move it, it changes which picture you're seeing. So it has a sort of, it can have a lot of different effects. It can look like a movement, or it can look 3D. It's a thing. Go get the Majora's Mask cart. That took less than 5 seconds. That's pretty good, right? Yeah, this is that. This is why this label is so thick-seeming. Are you sure this is that? Because it looks crazy 3D, this label. I don't think will it work? It does work. Holy shit. I guess because it's like a physical effect. Unfortunately, I don't really have light for you. Do you see that? That's a lithographic effect. So basically there's essentially multiple images baked into this label, and then it has like a thick plastic sort of cover on top that does the lenticular effect. Lithographic is a different thing. I was confusing that earlier when I was trying to look this up. I kept searching for lithographic, and I'm like, why am I not finding what I'm looking for? Anyway, I've been replacing the jewel cases on like every PS1 game that I have, and a couple of them have the lenticular thing, and the way that they're done in the PS1 cases is that the manual just has an image that's printed that way, and then the jewel case cover has that like cut into it. It has the lenticular grooves, and I don't know where to get those. The only thing I can think would be to buy unopened copies of games that have that, and the only two that I know of that have that are Skull Monkeys and Jurassic Park Lost World Special Edition. Lenticular adhesive backing on Amazon. So I could sort of make my own, huh? Oh. Wow, okay, so I could even like cut these to size. No, I mean, that might be good. Oh, did I? Grid, thank you for 102 months. Thank you, Dork. Oh, yeah, spacing. Spacing might be an issue. Ah, icon, that might have been why I was also thinking of lithography. Let me show you the ones I'm talking about. These might be the only ones in the PS1 library, to be honest, that have this. But unfortunately, it's like part of the cover. So, like, there's this one. You see, like, the eye moves, kind of. But unfortunately, it has this huge crack in it. So I replaced the rest of the case, which looks all nice and beautiful. But I can't put a regular cover on this. Like, let me show you what the manual looks like without it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like just all lines. It just looks like it looks like it was printed wrong. And then this is what this is the way they did the cover, and it's not a sticker. It's actually part of how the cover was made. So you see that square. At least I don't think this is a sticker. No, this is like specially made this way. I think so, yeah. It's part of the tooling, like, when this was made. And it's only Electronic Arts, and I think they may have only done it for Skull Monkeys and Lost World. So it's not like a huge issue in my library, but it is annoying to not be able to replace this, because obviously the rest of it looks like shit. Like, it's all scuffed up, massive crack. I thought about maybe a CNC approach, but that's like, boy, that sure feels like a big effort. Make copies of the pages, then stick the covering directly on as an insert. Oh. You mean like above the manual, inside of a like a regular jewel case? Yeah, I don't know. This is the other one. I don't know what the effect is supposed to be here. I guess the claws are supposed to move. I don't think it's very well done. It might actually be better. It looks better through the camera to me. I think it's better than the Skull Monkeys one, which really looks weird. I don't know. The Skull Monkeys one looks bizarre. Anyway, the other thought I had was maybe I can get nice looking copies of The Lost World to harvest an unfucked up jewel case cover from. Because this one is, whoop, some codes. This one's in better shape than the Skull Monkeys one, but still not great. Oh, interesting. And unfortunate as well. So the cover's a little bit better. It's still scuffed up and a little bit ugly, which is like, that sucks because you can't do anything about that. Interestingly, they went with like a more of a cardstock, which makes sense, and they might have done that. I don't know what order these came out in, but this Skull Monkeys manual just has a regular paper. Well, maybe it's just not as maybe it's in worse shape, I guess. It got like creased, and so it doesn't press up against that. So I think it fucks up the effect. But maybe I'm just mistaken on that. I did notice that this cover has more little teeth to try to hold the cover more flatly against the front. So more than normal, but 2 of the 3 bottom ones are just busted off. This one's in better shape, except for like this manual's thicker, and so somebody did this shit, which sucks. The teeth just destroy the manual, which makes me sad. Which might be another reason to just pick up more copies of this game. Harvest the covers and the manuals. And then do the nightmare of trying to get it back in here without further annihilating the manual. So that's why I was asking. I gotta put these codes back, these important codes. Get these in here. This cover also has the extra teeth, just like Skull Monkeys. And these are both Electronic Arts, so I think it's just something special Electronic Arts was playing with. It even says patents pending. That's actually printed into the cover, but not this one. So maybe this came first and the patent was pending at the time. Yeah, see, so I was looking at The Lost World because Skull Monkeys is expensive for some reason. I didn't expect it to be. I kind of never know until I go and look. Like I'll pull some bullshit PlayStation 1 game out that I think nobody gives a shit about. On eBay, they're just fucking wiling the fuck out. So, who knows? I was very surprised at the prices. But I saw some good looking Lost World special editions on eBay for like $20 or so. It's not great when all I'm trying to do is get a single piece of a jewel case. It's very expensive for a piece of a jewel case. I also found those Reddit threads, and also no one back then had any answers. So, yeah. If I would have been looking around back then, maybe Skull Monkeys would have been affordably priced. And what really sucks is that a new copy would really be ideal, because I think almost every used copy is going to probably have scuffs and shit. And I didn't think I was going to be that picky about it, but the thing is that the rest of the case on like all of these is like brand new crystal clear jewel case. So if one piece of it is like even a little bit scuffed, it really sticks out. Like, it's just an obnoxious little problem I ran into. You know, whatever, who cares? The other thing I need to source is those goddamn double wides. Those fucking double wides. I do not have any of those middle bits, the black bit that holds the two jewel cases together. So, and then I use my replacement ones to put the covers and parts in, and then I connect them to that middle bit, and it often doesn't fit right, which has been another source of annoyance. And in the PlayStation library, there are so many of those games. In fact, I did Ribbon today when my internet was down, and Ribbon is a goddamn 6-disc case. It only has 5 discs, but they had to do a full fucking 6-disc, and my god, it had special, so like in the covers on either side, it had special like disc on either side insert flaps. The actual covers for the game, like the printed bits, were like unprotected. Normally in a jewel case, they're underneath as a disc holder, which is like kind of pegged in place, so the paper stuff is all protected inside of that, which is great, by the way, because it's really easy to make your whole like CD library look as new as the day you bought it by just replacing the jewel cases, because all of the cover stuff is not exposed to anything unless it gets submerged or just exposed to high humidity. But outside of that they're usually perfect. So all it takes is a new jewel case, and it looks like you just bought it, like you had just unwrapped it. Or Sunlight, yeah. The patent expired. All right, let's go. Get on it. I don't think I mean, it could have been, but I don't think it was missing a disc, because on the spine labels it actually said 5 disc, and I had 5 game discs, so I just think it didn't include a soundtrack. Certainly could have, though. There was just a wasted disc holder hanging out in there. It's my get rich scheme for the 5 other people other than myself out there looking for that very specific part. I wouldn't even make enough money to buy a new copy of Skull Monkeys to just harvest the cover from. Yeah, I don't think anybody at EA would be able to help me, but it's a funny idea. Hey guys, my Skull Monkeys jewel case broke, and I can't find this part anywhere. Do you have any lying around? Who knows? It could be the start of one of those heartwarming internet stories. On a long shot, I sent an email to EA, and an intern saw it and took pity on me. They went digging in the back storage at EA headquarters. It turned out they had a whole box of unopened Skull Monkeys CDs, and they sent me all of them. I'm making a killing on eBay now, thanks, EA. Oh no. Yeah, it's a common problem with retro games, old computers, old cars, and old office equipment. Parts that nobody makes anymore and nobody has. What's a CD? There's still a lot of CDs in production. Like, music is still sold on CDs in stores. Surprisingly, I don't. They can't be making much money. Well, yeah. I like their vinyls and cassettes have had like a weird nostalgia comeback. You know, I don't think anybody is really clamoring for 8-track. I haven't seen a retro revival of 8-track. That's wild, BFA. Buy low, sell high. I think the thing of it is that 8-track just sort of sucked. Vinyl was better than 8-track, and cassettes were better than 8-track, and it's kind of like nobody's really going back to cylinders, right? Vinyls were just better. Cassettes could hold a lot of music, and that was the benefit of cassettes. The quality wasn't really great and didn't have that sort of analog allure of the vinyls have, but they were, you could make your own mixtapes and they could hold a lot of audio. So like, and they're cute. So that's why cassettes have returned. Minidisc seems to be hanging in as a sort of niche, like retro-y format that people like. And I think minidisc is just cool. It has sort of the perfect, I don't know, like retro future, almost cyberpunky kind of quality to it. Oh yeah. I'm not saying, I wasn't meaning to imply that cassette is shit or anything like that. It's just not special, you know, like it's not uniquely good quality or something. It's very normal quality. You might be the only one, Dan. That's another one I feel like people aren't really clamoring for. What was it, like the Roxio and the Rio? Yeah. There are people that are nostalgic for the Zune. Yeah, the Zune. And I think the early iPods are really cool too. I still have mine. It looks like shit. Because they did that, like, I don't know what the back of it was. Aluminum? Some sort of metal. It was ultra prone to scratching. Perfect evidence that Jobs was not that much of a genius. Let's make something that people put in their pockets. It's portable, and they're gonna put it everywhere. They're gonna take it in and out of like jeans pockets and stuff. Let's put the softest metal possible, polish it, to an insane sheen. Just so that it can be scratched the fucking... just straight to fucking hell. Yeah. I definitely I hang on to certain things. I hang on to things that have, I don't know, that I'm like invested in emotionally somehow. You know, like well, I have my iPod. I don't know, certain things are just like that to me. I probably shouldn't form these sorts of relationships with inanimate objects, but like the PSP for me was just, it was such a cool device that I got so much enjoyment out of, and I would never get rid of it just because, I don't know, sort of like has those memories tied up in it. It's mine, you know. It feels like a connection to good memories, enjoyment from the past. Yeah, the Game Boy Advance. Yep. You can come back from that, Cypher. You'll find a way. A collection tour? It's kind of in shit shape right now. There's like stuff piled up. I mean, I suppose I could, but it's not great. I don't even know how to, like, oh, I guess that works. We have the Nintendo Zone, and a few other things. I did find a whole bunch of NES games. Those are the unorganized ones there along the middle that need to go with the rest. I thought this looked a little light when we did that, and that's why. Yeah. We got to do some Lego. Once I get my shit together a bit more. And then there's a bunch of shit piled up here. So unfortunately, most of this is covered up. Yeah, this is the truck that Pico drove off of the table and crashed. You can see it's kind of fucked up on the front. Virtual Boy, PSP, PS1 long box, Sega CD, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast. I redid all the cases on these as well, so they all look like new. Although a lot of them are missing covers, which makes me sad. PS1, you can kind of see how far I've got, but no price tags, no price tags, no price tags. Bang. So almost to the end. So these are all looking pretty nice now. Yeah, it's pretty satisfying stuff to do. Getting the covers all cleaned up and giving the discs a wipe down, get all the dust out of there. They just look pretty. But yeah, that's pretty much the extent of it right now. I don't really have much else to show at the moment. There's a lot of work to be done still. Yeah, a lot of multi-disc games. Yeah, I think Legend of Dragoon is a 3 or 4 disc game. Here's all of the game over many, many, many discs. We're also getting really close to a complete Armored Core. I actually have Armored Core 3 right here. Got this one in a little bit ago. I'm excited for the PlayStation 2 ones. I think that I'm pretty much going to like the series all through PS1 and PS2, and then outside of that, I'm probably not going to like them very much until 6. Because they all kind of take on that that sort of modern warfare look when they get to the Xbox and the PS3, the Xbox 360 and the PS3, which kind of sucks. The era of when everything was brown and orange. And or gray. Yeah. When realism took over everything. Yeah, 6 looks crazy. I haven't dug into anything because I just really don't want any spoilers, but what I have seen looks pretty badass. Nice. This is my favorite shirt. I love this shirt. This is a badass shirt. I wish I had more shirts like it. Well, friends, I will probably get rolling out of here. So I got some dogs to feed. I got to give Chew his medicine. God damn. I'm shocked that there's that much space in any percent to actually take. 9 fucking seconds is insane. Yeah, this was nice. Just good chatting. Thanks for hanging with me, y'all, as always. Hopefully my internet isn't out tomorrow as well. We'll see. But if so, we'll just be chatting again, I guess. Y'all have a beautiful night. I will see you tomorrow.